All right, my RC brothers and sisters out there. This is XD40 Lou, and another gorgeous winter day. 72 today, nice and sunny out here in Arizona. It's my little obstacle course that has been neglected. I got to get back to it soon, but I've been busy with the trailer build. So let's get caught up here and go inside, and I'll show you where I'm at. Forgot to lower the volume. Got the TV put in. Let me lower this volume here. Apologize for that, guys. All right. So I got the TV put in. I got a little spot for the military trailers. That's for the 1/6 scale vehicles. Had to flip-flop my table so that I could get my toolbox in a better position. And once I close it, it exposes the window. So once I'm in the trailer and doors are open, it doesn't matter because I don't care if the window is covered a little bit. I don't have a problem with that. It's just I'm going to have plenty of light when the doors are open anyway. So that's where we're at. Put in some shelving and things to store things under there. Got a few cars in place, doing some test fitting. Wanted to take my toolbox with me. It is, you can't tell, but here's a line I drew here. And there's a line I drew there. That is the axles. So it's about, it's directly over the rear axle. So I'm trying to get as much weight on, that's why I flip-flop these two. I'm trying to get as much weight directly over the axles as I've been kind of doing more and more homework here and there. Got my stove where I want it, and cutting board and the sink. I still have a lot to do. Got the oven in. It's an air fryer toaster. I'm down to only eating one meal a day. So it's going to be perfect for just small meal. I usually eat around 1 o'clock now in the afternoon, between 1 and 2. And then at night, I have a light snack with a cup of coffee and my medicines. So yeah, just one meal a day. Doing pretty good. I went from 254 to 225. So I'm on the way down. And that's the plan, is to, try to lose a little bit of weight, see if my legs will feel better, and get a little bit of better health going. Those doors are not in, but they're going to be doors. They're going to be painted, waiting for hinges to come in. I only had one. I thought I had a set, but I don't. So I'm waiting for a few hinges to come in from Amazon. I just wanted to cover it up and paint it so that stuff's not flying out of there. One of the things I've been talking to people about, and especially on YouTube, all the recommendations of people who are RV owners saying, make sure that you're locking everything down. So like this here, the wheels won't go this way, it won't go back or forward, because I have a bolt that comes up through the hitches so they don't go forward, sideways. They might bounce a little bit up and down, but they're pretty snug up there, so hopefully they won't bang against anything. If it winds up where I think it's banging too much, I'm going to do a test drive where I sit inside and have a friend of mine drive me around a little bit so I can kind of stay inside the trailer and just kind of look at things and the way they ride in here. So I am going to do a test ride. I've also got to go down to a cat scale place and weigh the overall weight of the trailer and the tongue weight and the truck and everything. Haven't done that yet. So, but I am putting stuff in it because I might as well weigh it with the weight, the true weight. The only thing I got left, I do have to do some plumbing, but because I haven't done the bathroom, the sink is minor. It's just, that's the only thing that needs plumbing out here. So I did leave it for last. Typically in construction, you want to do your plumbing early. But because I am exposing my plumbing and attaching it to the wall, I purposely did not want to put my plumbing inside the walls, just in case there's leaks or any issues or problems that I have seen on videos and in the past. I'm going to go ahead and expose my plumbing. Not expose it out here, but, you know, along the wall in the back. It won't be seen, but it won't be inside the wall. So I just have to run a drain right on out and down. That's easy. And then hot water, cold water. And then this, of course, this is for the refrigerator. The refrigerator, and then down on the bottom, the washer dryer. Right now, it's just full of tools that I use to work with. A backup emergency little stove with propane in case I do any boondocking, you know, 3-4 days where I don't have any power or anything. I can still be able to do a little boondocking. So I did do a little bit of work in here. Did some painting. Let me turn the light on. All right, that's better. So I did do some painting. I didn't need to because I'm going to FRP the walls, but I wanted to go ahead and put a coat of, it's like an adhesive paint that hardens. So I did want to put a coat of everything on the floor, even though it's going to have flooring, a shower pan going there. I still wanted to put a coat on everything just for humidity's sake and moisture and all that, so it doesn't get into the wood. This should protect the wood. This side will be done once I get the plumbing in. So I'm leaving the bathroom for the very last, which typically you would want to do sooner, but in my case, I'm doing it for the very end, leaving it for the very end. It's only the only hard one I have, but yeah, I got to run. I left this out because this wall is actually not secured 100%. It's got a couple of screws holding it, but once I buy the shower pan and get it in, I want to be able, in case I need a 1/2 inch or an inch to tweak, I'll still be able to do that. So I didn't permanently put it in place. It still has a little bit of wiggle room, maybe a 1/2 inch, an inch, just in case. So once I get the shower pan in, that'll be done. Over here, I did start doing some preliminary work. I've got my little handicap helper where I'm going to put a compost toilet. Not going to do the black water. After all the videos I've been watching and the maintenance on black water tanks and that, it's not much difference. Then it all kind of washes out. You got to do a little bit of maintenance. You know, once the toilet is full, pick it up, go outside, hose it down, clean it out, empty it, and it's good for a week or two. It's just one person, so from what I understand, I should be good for a couple of weeks, especially since I'm only eating one meal. So that should work. A little towel rack and just rack for stuff. I'm not going to finish this wall because I want my panel in there, electrical panel. The wiring is all in place, lights. I'm going to do, I think it's going to be around 8 circuits. So I have one for lighting, one for outlets, one for refrigerator and washer dryer, and then one for this fan, which has this switch and a GCFI outlet. So it's going to feed the outlet, and then the outlet feeds these two, which I wanted to do it separate, one for the light and one for the fan. So I did test it all already. I still have to do the exhaust on it. So, but this wall will stay unfinished so I can get toilet roll in there. Right now it's just temporary. Everything is not exactly 100%, but we're getting along, moving along. On this side, you guys have seen this side before. I'm going to be experimenting next week or the week after. I'm buying some boxes that are 20 by 14 by 12. And I may eliminate the shelf and this shelving and put each car in one box with tires and wheels and And the reason I'm thinking of doing that is because one of the things I hate is to ruin my tires by having them sit long term on the same in the same position. So I'm constantly rotating my tires. Otherwise, you get these flat spots. And I do have like little blocks that I raised it up, but there's still this stuff moving around, bouncing around. I'm just thinking that I might do a box, take the wheels off, put all the things that belong with the transmitter and the wheels and tires in the box, and just put it in a small box, and then just stack my boxes up and mark each box. And whenever I want to take a car out, all I got to do is pick a car, put the tires on it, and the transmitter will be with it. So I'm ready to roll. So I think that's something I'm going to experiment with. First, I'm going to get about half dozen boxes or so, take this rack out of here and see how it works out. I might find that I might actually get more room. I'm not sure yet, but we'll see how it goes. Because otherwise, I'm going to have to come up with a plan to get them off the tires. Like I said, I don't want to ruin my tires either. So that's something that I'm going to experiment down the road with. So I've made room for one of my tanks up here. So this is all decorative, but it's also glued on with a cement glue so that it adheres real good. There's a styrofoam, which I'll paint to match. And then it'll just protect it this way, coming this way. And then it won't roll back because I did a hinge on here. I've been doing these hinges on everything to help hold my cars in place. So we'll see how this works. Like I said, I'm going to sit in here one day and have somebody drive me around the area a little bit and just see how everything rides. But yeah, that's the location for the tank and all my camera equipment stuff, my bed. I did pick up storage things. I find that I don't really have that much other than my cars. I don't really have a lot of belongings other than a few clothes and not a lot of stuff. So I may not even need all that because I'm using two of these giant drawers. Right now I've got tools that I'm working on, but I'm using these giant drawers. One's going to be for like clothing and that kind of stuff. The bottom one, hold on one second. Okay, so like this bottom one is all supplies. So these are nice. So I'm thinking one for supplies, one for transmitters and batteries and things like that. I'm thinking of putting a LiPo battery in here. I've said that before on a previous video, but for those that are new, I'm thinking of using one of these drawers because it is a metal cabinet for the LiPo batteries. That's just my gun case and gun supplies. So I'm thinking one for clothing because I don't have a lot of clothing. Socks, underwear, shorts, and t-shirts. Shoes can go under there. So I'm kind of trying to think everything out as much as possible. But that's where I'm at, guys. And like I said, I've been bringing in a few little things here and there to see how they fit and how it's tested out. These are my two biggest cars, and they fit just fine. As you can see, there's about an inch to 2 inches, maybe an inch on top. And then each car will have its place. So that's if I decide to stay with this setup. As you can see, this bungees will keep them in place and side to side and of course back. So I can get 3 more cars up there. So yeah, down there I've already brought in a few, and I've been saving these styrofoam FMS. You know how your FMS cars come, FMS and EZRC came in these styrofoam. So I broke them in half and I put one car inside each one. So that's kind of just to protect the cars and help them ride and a little better. So I can still get 2 more WPLs. I can get a full-size car sideways there. Let me lift this up, see? Plus I've got room in there for small cars, or, you know, I might even do my clothing there and do supplies over there. Who knows? It'll all work out. Sorry for the long video. I was planning to make it short, but I've done quite a bit of progress, but I still have quite a bit to go. I still have, I've decided to, on heating and air conditioning, I've decided to go, just to save some money. Let me close this and I'll show you what I'm doing, so you kind of can get the vision. I measured that out. That's for a small 6,000 BTU. It's 18 by 14. And so what I'm thinking is shoring up this door and putting a wall unit, window unit in there. And that's going to save me quite a bit, because the RV air conditioners that go on the roof are pretty expensive. I haven't found anything under $1,000 of good quality, you know, if you want a good quality one. And these window ACs, these little 6,000 BTU ones with heat, can run about $300, $400. They run on 110 volt. So I don't have to do any special wiring. I've already got 110. I've got plenty of outlets that I won't even be needing. I've got outlets behind there, behind the TV there. So I put in, 6 outlets. Not that I needed them, but I put in 6 outlets just in case, you know. These 2 are taken, but I've got 2 back here that I'm not even using. And I got 1 additional there, plus it's on a one of these extension things. So, yeah, I mean, it got dark because I closed the door. Let me open it back up. Okay, here we go. So, I'm thinking of hanging it on there, shoring up the door with additional hinges. And on the back side, it'll stick out, but I was going to put it in the front. You see the opening there? I was going to put the AC there, but then I'm trapping air and heat into that bathroom area. Then I thought about a mini split, maybe over the top if I decide to go with boxes. But then I started thinking about this because I saw a guy do it on his... he's got a cargo trailer conversion, and I measured it out. Once I lift the gate, it's not going to impede anything. It's not going to get damaged on the backside. I won't have to cover it up because of dirt or dust or anything like that as much. So I think I put it there, and then when I open the door, I've already measured it out to where it's not going to hit the beam up there. See, I've got it drawn out here. I've got plenty of room where I won't hit that beam. This door is 3 feet wide, so it would stick out over this. When this is in the up position, it wouldn't hit that. It wouldn't hit anything. So I'm thinking that might be the route. I'm still the type of person that I'm going to think it over and think it over and think it over till I finally make a decision. But yeah, they have those window units that are a combination AC and heat. That'll take care of one thing. Got the outlet. So just cut it in and shore up the door with some more trim and make it pretty, you know, and then do a little trim on the outside, make that pretty, and I think that'll work, you know. So we'll see. I'm definitely doing a window there. I want to do a nice size window, probably the 24, this one here. I might do a 24 by 24, or I'm going to see if they have like an 18 by 18. I'm not sure what they have, so got to do some more homework on that. Flooring yet to do, so that's the things that are yet to do. I say I'm probably 75% done, but the last 25% is probably the hardest, is the little tweaking and just additional stuff with the bathroom and plumbing, flooring, and the AC. Other than that, I think I'm almost there. I'm really happy with the space I have in here. I've got 3 feet of room to move around, and it's comfortable. With the bed goes up, it doesn't impede anything. So I've got to get my mattress ordered, but that's an easy thing, so I'll leave that for last. But yeah, once I lift this up, I have got it 41 inches and 7 feet, no, 6 feet, 6 feet, 75 inches, because that's what the bed is. The bed is a standard, it's called a narrow twin mattress, which is 30 by 75. So I got 75, which is just 3 inches over 6 feet. So I've got like 6 feet 3 inches of space and 41 inches width. So I could get my ATV in here easy peasy. I'm not getting a really big ATV, so that'll be easy to put in there. So overall, man, I'm really stoked. One thing overall that's got me a little nervous. I bought a welder, so I'm going to weld the bolts. I have bolts that hold these walls onto the rails and going to hold it into the floor also. But that I'm going to weld. I'm going to tack weld all the nuts and bolts. So I feel pretty good about that. I'm also going to buy, I found cargo straps, which tractor trailer drivers use, cargo drivers use on those flatbeds that hold thousands and thousands of pounds. I'm going to buy 2 cargo straps that do 5,000 pounds each. And you see this on the, that's welded onto the chassis. And there's 4 of them. 2 on this side, 2 on the other side. I'm thinking that I'm going to I don't think I need it, but just for my own peace of mind, I'm thinking I'm going to do cargo straps that go over the top and around the other side and strap this baby down just while I'm driving. Just in case, I don't know. I mean, I feel pretty good about it, but, 2 5,000 pound straps can't hurt. So, but the outside work, now that's a lot of work I have to do. I still have a lot of little cracks to fill, putty work and sanding and finishing and graphics and painting. Right now, all I have is a temporary, I put a coat of, it's like an adhesive paint, real hard finish paint. I'm thinking of doing the Rhino Shield, what the kind of stuff you do for truck bed liners for the outside. But I have to get this baby weighed first, and then we'll see what we got going. But the outside I'm leaving for very last because I still haven't decided how I want to do the graphics on this truck. So on this trailer, excuse me. But she's doing well. We're doing well and turning out really good. Been doing it all by myself. So it's been a lot of work. But really gratifying work is the word. So, yes, sir. Thank you guys for tuning in. Sorry for I wound up with a very long update. But lot was going on the last few weeks. So I just wanted to make sure you get, for those that are interested in following, get you guys caught up. Take care. It's XD40 Lou out.